Good day, YouTubers. Welcome back to my channel. Time for a spot of royalty. Bookies suspend betting on Eugenie's pregnancy announcement following a Mother's Day post that looked rather sentimental. Meghan and Harry are mocked on social media for the wash your hands Instagram post, the reposting of the WHO, the World Health Organization instructions just to wash your hands. Will Meghan and Harry's popularity tank after their royal departure on March 31st? Seems like it. Blind Gossip is predicting the Queen's death from the worldwide bug. Meghan Markle fans are celebrating Prince Charles' positive test. And they're rooting for an end to Charles, the Queen, Will, and Kate, which would make way for Meghan and Harry to ascend the throne. I guess this better happen really fast because they're out of the royals on March 31st. Archie is reportedly pulling himself up and blowing kisses, among other cuteness overload things. Okay, so maybe they've dialed it back a little bit on he's not at MIT, he's not on the rowing team. He's not doing calculus. He's just pulling himself up and blowing kisses. Let's take a look at Jack and Eugenie. Are they pregnant? Because Eugenie just turned 30 last week. She got married October 12th, 2018, so about a year and a half, and this is the time. If she's going to have children, this is the time. They need to start now. She just turned 30, so let's take a look. Jack and Eugenie. Jack, oh. This is why we throw both sides. This is 10 spades. So, are they pregnant? Interesting, because the bookies, they really know some stuff, but conception did not happen. Ace of diamonds, 10 spades, it didn't happen. They are talking about a family, 15, 4 clubs, and doing their part, trying to make this happen. So, finger of God, something imposed, no child. 9 and 11, 25 spades, 5 spades and 2 spades. Either Jack doesn't want a child, outside intervention. Jack may be doing things to prevent conception. What's going on with Eugenie? Big change. Hard work. 10 clubs is hard work and a long time, making a long journey of the heart. 11, doing the work, long journey, big change. Either Jack, this could say Jack doesn't want a child. This says no conception. This says they're doing the work. Does Jack want a child? Does Jack want a child? Or is it something else? Does Jack want a child? Incubus, succubus. Does Jack want a child? Incubus, succubus can be illness. Okay, this is an illness card. We have that worldwide illness spreading around. 22, 28, 7 spades, secrets, or sickness. Sickness in the 7 spades can also be the womb and the vagina. Sickness, she may not be able to have a child. So something from outside is preventing this child. Okay, and here's the mother. Sickness in the womb. And sickness in the foundation of the womb. Oh. Working with a doctor, 13, 15, 4 clubs. Working actively with a doctor. So Eugenie is having problems having a child. There's all kinds of things that could have happened. It could be genetic. It could be that, her best years are past for having a child. I'm going to hear a lot of screaming about that. Women can have children until they're 74. But they generally don't. They generally don't. So there seems to be a problem conceiving. There's a problem conceiving, and they're not pregnant at this time. So that's interesting, because the bookies are generally, they're better than tarot readers. They're better than card readers. They generally get it right, because they look at all the various signs, and everything would be pointing to this is the time and this is the place. So if they're going to have a child, it's going to be now. Let's take a look. Are Meghan and Harry infected by this worldwide bug? Because Meghan shared a plane with Sophie Trudeau, and Justin Trudeau is in quarantine, self-isolation, and Sophie's with him. I don't believe Meghan and Harry together. I believe they're on different continents. I believe that Harry is in rehab right now, and I don't believe Archie's with Meghan, or we'd be seeing postings of them all the time. So they're all three separated. And so Meghan was with Sophie Trudeau, someone who is likely infected, and Harry attended a big party in London after Meghan left, chatting with Chelsea Davy, and it looks like they had some private time together, and mixing with all his friends. This is right before March 31st, and this is when everything is spreading around. So this is male energy over here. So we'll look at Harry and Meghan. Are either one of them infected? Harry. Because also Harry was looking very washed out and unwell. That could explain it too. The way, oh dear. Okay, did either Harry or Meghan pick up this bug? Well, we have the coffin, which is a great illness card, lying down and sick. Scapegoat is the illness card. So on Meghan's side, we have the illness card. On Harry's side, we have an illness card. Fox, so 12 and 7, 19, 5 clubs. Scourge is coughing, sickness. So fighting a sickness with the doctor. The doctors are fighting a sickness, so it looks like Harry's got it. Okay, how about Meghan? Mustard seed, planting the sickness, and we have sister and brother energy. Meghan has the player, and Harry has the fox. These two spreads almost are really close mirrors of each other. 8 spades is a sickness card. 4 spades is a sickness card. Fox is like a doctor, or a very specific circumstance. Player is a very specific circumstance. So yeah. So Meghan has it and Harry has it. They're both struggling with this illness. Okay, so 13 and 7. So the ruler and the cross. The cross is like the spine, the deepest part of a person. So it's taking over, and this is 5 spades, blockage. This blockage is taking over, is kind of running their life right now. So they're actually both sick right now. They both have it. How interesting. I didn't expect that answer. So they both have it right now. So they both need to be self-isolating and quarantining. Which is why we're only seeing posts, Instagram posts from Meghan. So and we all know that Meghan is the one controlling the Instagram, and Harry's not even there. So there's a lot of negative public reaction to the reposting of the wash your hands, World Health Organization guidance. It's like, yeah, we know, Meghan, we know. So is this backfiring? Are they casting their net too wide? Is this backfiring, this trying to stay relevant? Is this backfiring? World, all the people working together. Interesting. What's that? Let's read that too. Oh, can't see me throwing these cards. Okay. So is this very, they lack expertise. Meghan obviously has no medical expertise. Harry has no medical expertise. And people are pointing that out. Now, she's saying that they're going to be a conduit for good information and guidance, and, you can post and talk, and, it's an open forum kind of thing. So is it backfiring, posting this wash your hands stuff? Everything working together, escalating for the whole world. 16 4 spades for this illness. On the surface, it's all good. Underneath, the people closely associated, Meghan and Harry have very dedicated followers, and they love it. Okay, but then it continues. 7 spades, 5 spades, queen of spades, 12 and 7, 19, 24, 6 spades. Yeah. So she has some dedicated followers. She could be like sacrificing a chicken, on her Instagram. And they're like, yeah, I've been wanting to sacrifice a chicken for a long time. But other people are not, dedicated fans. And they don't like it. And it's creating problems. So I think it's not really hurting them, but there's a lot of people, the people who are kind of on the fence and are uncertain about whether they love Meghan and Harry, it's kind of turning them sour. Like, what are you talking about? So there's a small percentage of people who just are absolutely in love with Meghan and Harry, and they should just ascend to the crown right now. Okay, everybody just get out of the way. Meghan and Harry are going to be king and queen. Okay, but the other 98% of people in the world, they look at what they do and they say, I don't even know what you're talking. Why are you dispensing medical advice? So it's a little of both. I think it's souring the majority of people underneath, but they're just quiet about it. They're just not that concerned about Meghan and Harry. Whereas the very vocal sugars, they just love Meghan and Harry, and they love everything they do, no matter what they do. So I think that's what's going on. And that 1% of people, or even 0.5% of people, they are so vocal, they're just louder than the other 99% of people. And that's what's really going on. All right, so Eugenie and Jack Brookbanks, are they having a child? Not at this time, surprisingly. I was pretty sure I was going to see, yes, they are. They are trying, and they are really trying, and it's like hard work. Same stuff, different day kind of deal. But it's not happening. 2 spades, 10 spades, great disappointment, no conception. So they're not currently about to announce a child. Does Jack want a child? The problem is in the womb. Okay, this is Mother Earth, and there's a baby in that womb. Okay, that's a pregnant woman, and you see the little tree, and that's how I made it. So the womb is sick. The foundation of the womb is sick. So there's something wrong there, and it adds 6 spades. So something wrong, and the doctor is now involved. So they've gotten a doctor involved. The doctor is intervening. to help with the pregnancy and the birth. Okay, are Harry and Meghan, are they infected? Are they now needing to self-isolate? Both of them are sick, and it's like running their whole life. Both of them are sick. So there's talk of Harry will go back to be with Charles. Harry is sick. Okay, you can't fly when you're sick, and what good does it do? And maybe, I'm hearing all kinds of crazy things. Maybe there's a risk of reinfection. I actually think I already had it. Okay, and now I'm well, and I've been exposed several times since, and of course I'm not getting it again. But other people are saying, oh, well, you can be reinfected because there's 3 different prongs and whatnot. So Harry will not be going back to the UK because he has the bug. It's not helpful for him to go back to be with Charles or with his family because he needs to be self-isolating right now. Okay, and so finally, this very bland advice, is it working or is it backfiring? In some sense, it's working. In some sense, it's working, but it's creating more and more kickback because it's just unrelated to what they do. If they're talking about planting trees, they have to decide who they are. Meghan wants to be a movie star, okay? And if they're going to be, charity people who front charities, then they need to kind of focus on, are they going to front charities in Africa and really stick with that? That's a good focus because there's a lot of problems in Africa, and Harry has some roots there. But you can't just be very random, and it's really starting to bother. It's starting to bother a lot of people who wouldn't normally notice Meghan and Harry. It's really starting to bother them. So, but it doesn't bother the Sugars. They love Meghan and Harry, no matter what they do. That's how I see it. I'm Joseph Magi, author of Playing Card Divination, Fortune Telling, The Magi Method. Find the book worldwide on Amazon and Kindle and paperback versions. Find the full color card deck used here on Etsy/Magi Method. Thanks for those who've bought me a cup of tea. Please feel free to like, share, subscribe, and comment.